Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the evening version of Stream Weekend, I guess. Me, organized? Never. Ever! That's how that goes around here, right? Alrighty, so I am just waiting for the crew to come in, and we shall see if we can get this puppy on the road. So, yes, I have a suspicion that we shall be seeing the wonderful Poodle Pirate any moment. Oops, I wish I had the placement turned off. Boop. Placement off. Configure. Material list. Refresh. Do. So it looks like we're going to be switching over and having the Stream Weekend stuff live. So let me just make sure I don't have... Okay. I think this might work. We're crossing our fingers. I have no clue. We might get some looping stuff, so see you in just a shake.
Thank you so much for letting me know.
Yellow Jello.
Back home. I do really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I know we're about to raid Dell. After having a headache and everything, I really didn't think I was going to get to stream today, and it's been like a month with all the crazy stuff that's been happening. I just thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to stream it again. And my schedule has been so crazy, sort of disappointing, you know. But it worked out. Oh, there's a little billboard I built up there. Hey, Dale, there you are. Yeah, well, you know, when you join while I'm streaming, you know, I don't know because of the mode that it goes in when you're streaming, so I didn't know you were in here. That's okay. You know, I was like 15 minutes late because of the headache, and I was like, yeah, I can do it. So Minx went over. It's okay. We worked it out. Yeah, what's your plan? Yeah, it was a surprise for sure, yeah. Oh, for sure. All right, well, I'm going to tell these good people goodbye, and I will just raid them over to you in just a little bit. All right, see you, Dell.
Alrighty then. So we are back. It's just me. Trust me. We're back, and we're going to be starting the raid any minute now. So for those that are already here or double parking, we shall get things rolling. I just have to pop up my other screen because I'm seeing captions for the first time in a long time, and it threw me for a moment. There we go. Things say they're on screen, but they're not. It's just the way life goes. Show border. Where are you? This? Thank you. Better. Much better. Well, as far as better ever goes. Alright. So, that said, first things first, we do need to do a quick run to the post office, so we'll start over there while we wait for the raid to arrive. So that we can get the last of our supplies. Supplies! Yeah. Because I'm a little behind on stuff. No, actually, that's not true. We did enough behind the scenes things this week that I felt it was okay. Gave myself permission not to stress out and spend a lot of time last minute prepping things. If I didn't get them, I didn't get them. It was just the way it went. So yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Alrighty. I guess I don't need to be in that channel showing everybody who is in the stream chat channel because they're not really here at the moment. So yeah, I need to get out of that window. I keep forgetting I like that song. I see the raiders coming in one by one. Hurrah! Just gonna get into the post office and then we'll turn around and say hello to everybody. And I will get the chat thing off the screen, so that'll work too. This way. Yoink! Wow, my bot is really, okay. Just, These are the things. Stuff and things. Vacay Stars the Poodle, better frog lights. And we've got ourselves a Champion of the Hill already. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're in here, which means that we won't get blown up, which is kind of nice. Let's check my mailbox with Benson's. Good lord! Mama Bear! Wow. Thank you? Wow. Okay. Ooh. Let's just swap over and say hello to everybody while the Champion of the Hill is rolling itself through. Let's roll way back. Oh, whoops, I guess I can close this. I got a setting wrong in that. That's what it is. Hi, name. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Alright, let's roll back. We'll see who's here. So hello, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Good to see you. Poodle's wondering if you wanted to meet in voice chat. Done and done. I was booting up my computer after it wanted to restart for Windows. And it did not decide to actually launch my Discord, which is fine. But that threw me because I'm like, I was already sitting there. New Champion of the Hill. Woohoo! Congratulations, Mama Bear. With the match. Mama Bear is on fire. Don't ask me to repeat that. Welcome in, Raiders. Always good to see you. Thank you very much, Poodle, for passing on the raid. Always good. Kane, ooh, long time no see. Good to see you. First time Raider chat. Alrighty. Welcome in, welcome in. Someone let the dogs out. Sorry, I was thinking of something rather visual with that, involving actually letting a whole ton of poodles out and what sort of chaos that would cause to a house. Let's see. Okay. A shutout was given, which was probably pretty weird. What else did we get? Did the bot actually say anything? Yeah, there we go. Bot welcome Mahaku. Apparently, that was unique. Yeah. Alright. Oh, there comes the... Alrighty. So ChatGPT is involved in the shoutouts temporarily, and I was waiting for it, wondering why it was delaying putting in the chat out, and yet had to parse through things, and came out okay, but it was just odd. Okay, so Neon Traveler, no sound. No sound. Am I muted? Neon, try rebooting. It should be fine. What else have we got? Drop raid came in. Oh, yeah, indeed. How was your stream? I do want to know. It'll probably be in here later. I haven't got through all of everything. Wolfen landed! Yay! Landed for a bunch. Let's see. Okay, join. I really should pull that one out. Yeah, that's fine. You're probably got sound now. Okay, good stuff. Gotta have fun. I gotta eat dinner. Yeah, you take it easy, Poodle, and enjoy your dinner. And thank you ever so much for coming by. I appreciate it. And I'll catch up on the ones that say, you sound fine. Okay. Ooh, James is here. Hello, James. It's early in the day. Well, on a Sunday, I suppose. Let's see. I still have James' time zone in here. Yeah, it's about, assuming I'm not wrong, it's about 9:15 in the morning. So good morning to you, fine Aussies. And what else we got? I was short on gunpowder because I'm getting lower on rockets, and I really should make the long duration ones. I just haven't gotten round to it. Yes. We will make a round to it at some point. Maybe out of Lego. There you go. Fight's coming to an end, blah, blah, blah. Hey, CK, good to see you. Oh, sorry. Hello to Mahaku properly. Thank you very much for hanging out with this train. This chaos. And James renewed his sub at tier 1. Well, thank you ever so much. 15 months, really? You survived a year and a half with me. That's impressive. And I can't count. A year and a third, good enough. That's still impressive. All right. Good. That one makes sense. We're almost there. Dancing bears, love it. Geek Out switched. Okay, where were we? At that point, 2 fictional named colleges or universities. Now I understand what's going on. Hogwarts and Ilvermorny. Hee. Fox. Monsters University. Yes, for sure. And mobile, I drop your sound sometimes, but it comes back after a few seconds. Honestly, Mike, you're not the only one, and I think it might be you and CJ Bombing. And you and Neon and Yellow all seem to have problems with that. It's I don't know why, but it just seems the way it goes. Yeah, I saw. I'm hearing the doors, and I'm like, wait a minute. Initially, I didn't think about it, going, oh, oops, I can't spell. You are welcome, provided you are not intentionally. I know I could say it verbally, but, you know, it's in text. Okay, I'm going to let everybody who wants to be on the server chitty-chatty do their thing, so we're just going to shut down the main stuff and use just commands only, because that will allow me to still do this stuff and actually have the line rather than my inventory. Ooh, I'm going to sleep in here rather than out there. Yeah, I don't know. What I was meaning by that, Mike, was that sometimes Yellow's commented on the fact they have to reboot their mobile app in order to get it to come back. And other times it just seems like forever and it does come back. But yes, I was short on the gunpowder. I just did not expect Mama Bear to come through. When it comes to items and stuff in Minecraft... Uh-oh. Nope, that's a bad idea. Can't leave it like that. This is gonna sound weird, but I know that Mama Bear is not like her own personal equivalent of a Tomazon. Let's try this. Like, there we go. But yet, the idea of riffing off of Temu as a concept, A, seemed mildly offensive, and B, was very, it came out weird. I was thinking of, like, Bear Zoo, which didn't really work too well. Or, Mamu, which is even weirder. So, yeah. That's the last time you hear me say those, because it was just odd. I mean, it's either that or making, you know, drug dealer reference or something in jest, and that's not funny either when it really comes down to it. Alright, so now that we have basically everything we need, the only thing left is to start laying out the carpet, other than, I guess I could dig some more, but honestly, I didn't have to start early, so we could leave the digging till later, just start working on laying out the design from the bottom up, and if we run out of space that's been uncovered, then we'll do it. Oh, quick question for those that play a lot. Can you guys think of any reason, aside from potentially spawning on the frame itself, I might still be getting piglins in my base, even though I have fencing on the other side, so they can't just, you know, spawn elsewhere and then drop in. Geek Out became Disney live action. Name 2 characters who wear armor. I'm going to leave these to you today most of the time. You guys in chat, because it's a thing. Because my brain doesn't want to do both today. Okay, so just going to see before we leave storage, just make sure that I have what I need, more or less. Refresh. Okay. Turn that on. Refresh. And make sure that everything comes in correctly. And I'm really parched at the moment, so I'm going to give you guys a free hydrate. Because I need one. That's interesting. And I got visuals on that. Very, very, very odd. Let's just hide this one for now. We'll bring it back later, I guess. And this way. Why don't I have audio on that line? Button line B, you should be playing. Properties? That one's correct. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because if it goes sideways, it goes sideways. But I'm not used to it doing that. I have a suspicion I know what happened. That argument, where's the sound? Play sound. Yep, that would do it. So, long story made short, here we go, is the bot has an overall catch-all sound, and I had not been using that for a long time. I turned it off so that I could do some testing, and unfortunately forgot to set it back to the catch-all. And every time this thing updates, it throws some pieces into chaos and doesn't play them correctly. You know, life is like that. All right. Pardon me. Okay. Let's try and refresh this list. We did have that. Is it because I don't have everything turned on here? Maybe. Hey James, welcome and thank you for being first. On. Better. Crimson Stem, it should figure out because I've got them. Black Terracotta and Packed Mud. Oh, we're mudless, are we? And we're short on terracotta. Well, we'll deal with those later. That's fine. And the Crimson Stem, it thinks I've got half of what I need, but I don't care. I have enough to get started, so that's okay. That's okay. We will figure that one out later. Let's see, if I do this and set it down, then the materials list should say, yeah, that I only have 19 in there. So, yeah. All good. That makes more sense. It's frustrating, but it makes more sense. And that's definitely enough to get us started by a huge margin. I'm going to put the gunpowder away, though, or I will forget and use it, or put it down somewhere or something, and we will misplace it. All right. So, what kind of nonsense do I have in store today is a good question. Aha. We have no more escapees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't count. Should we get 7? Okay. One of them, for some reason, escaped, and I lost him for like 3 real-life days, and then he just mysteriously came back. So, I don't know. Odd music choice? What do we have? Just making sure it's Hold Up by Phasian. Okay. Q. What's up? Okay. Long story short, we're seeing the Hangman game. Thank you very much for starting that fantastic track box. So I'm going to turn on what we've actually got going. Placements. Nope. That backwards. Show the blocks. Yes. Alright, so, long story made short. Let's just go way, way up. You can see that things are wrong. Okay, you can see part of what we are working towards. For visualization purposes, we're going to start at the bottom and chop out as we need to, but I'm going to try and place what I can as we go and see how far we get. But this is based on... Ooh. That one not turned on. It's not. There we go. You can see in the corner, that's what we're working on. So it's the Fab Four beetles from the Yellow Submarine movie. And some of these pieces don't quite look right, but you got the idea. So we have... Oops. I'm flying, that's why it's not working. So I have to actually put down the blocks and we can start filling this one in. Okay, so... I don't know why it's... Oh, aha. You see it's saying which one I need. That's great. Okay, let's start with... Of course, I don't have the much mud. Take this first set of 64 and just get her in there. Right, that's what we're up to today, is a lot of this. I don't have the easy place turned on at the moment, so it's just showing me where things are that I'm looking at, but it's not actually cheatily letting me place just paintbrush everywhere. I did that last month, and I decided that that was a little too easy. It's good enough to have the schematic going, but not beyond that. And I know we're not going to get very far with this first pile of mud, but at least it can start decreasing the number that are missing in the list of materials. For those of you that have not been in my stream this week to experience it for yourselves, here we go, this one. Oswin the bot has personality now, of sorts. So just a heads up. And yeah, he's unique. We'll say that. So sometimes he says, give me a second, I think we have this in the wrong mode. I'm in the editor mode, I don't need that. So, I don't have a toolbox out here. No, it shouldn't be banning Zerk just because now. It would be nice though. That's a nice thought. Oh. Okay, well, if I leave the toolbox inside, that's not going to help anybody. Just gonna grab... I need a stick. Well, not a stick, actually, I need a wooden sword. So for those of you that have used Lightmatica before, I figured one of the most... Like, it defaults to a stick, but I figured one of the most useless pieces under the sun is a wooden sword. And so therefore, you're going to have it for like 10 seconds before you ever get to the point of needing Lightmatica. And then... that's fine. Let's do this. Now it's in a mode where if I take it out of my hand, it's not doing that. Get it. Oh, and things don't move. Next update then. No, I don't think it needs to ban Zerk just because. Though, I mean, hey, if it's Zerk, I could specifically tell... Ooh. I could specifically tell it to be Lippy. That would be kind of fun. But no, Zerk actually, like yourself, Mahaku, in this case, Zerk has... Sorry. Has, the moderator role because he it's actually one of the very first few that volunteered to rescue me from being all stressed out on a stream weekend early on in the day. Early on, back then, we didn't have how do we put it? It was a period where lots of people were still having, you know, what do you call it? Raid. Oh shoot. I'm gonna forget the term, but anyways, one of the not like a hate raid, but that's what it's follow bots. Okay, and so we were headed into one of our first stream weekends, and I was worried about if I got wrapped up in the stream, how flustered I would get if something like a follow bot started. So he volunteered to rescue me, as did PP Zerk, and both have just I've never had a reason to revoke that. Yeah, the Zerks are good people. They really are. It's and the other thing I've discovered is that there can be errors with me banning, or not banning, sorry, muting a mod, in that sometimes it doesn't always return the mod status to the person afterwards. So I just try not to play with that fire. That's all, you know? So if anything, I think next iteration... Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Next iteration, I mean, I could always have it be snarky, you know, that would work. I used to have a snarky message for Zerk as part of the specific shoutout for mods, and I don't recall if I turned it off, but I haven't seen it come by in a while, so I don't know what the story is with that one. So, alrighty. That keeps me on my toes, for sure. Thank you, Neon. I appreciate that. Oh. Yeah, exactly. It was funny. Although, in spite of the fact that he's listed as mod roles, I have not set it up for him to be exempt from timeouts. So there's a chance it could happen. You never know. I'm looking at it, but it's like, well, why do I need to look at it when I've already placed it? That's dumb. Come on, game, do something useful. Okay, let's see what can we work on. there's an awful lot of crimson. I know I don't have a ton, so let's start getting rid of that. Or not getting rid of it, moving it. There we go. Put this in for now, because I'm going to need a lot more space than that provides. That in there, take out this one. I'm using inventory profiles next to allow the game. If I can talk straight, that would help. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Gotta do it backwards. I'm using inventory profiles next to allow me to lock slots so that if I wanted to do a sort, then things wouldn't get moved around, and that's great when I was trying to trade for a lot of the pieces we were using today. I am a little wired, guys, so if someone wants to, you don't have to, but if at some point I start winding up and getting faster in my vocal speed, please do feel free to let me know. I will not consider it offensive in the slightest. There's one thing to be said for nerves, and then there's another thing to just get intense about a topic. So I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, I'm not going to bite anybody for that sort of thing. So I guess the puzzle was kind-hearted, and it was correct. Okay, good. Innately kind dispositional character. Yes, kind-hearted really well describes the mods. Yeah, like Matica. I want to thank CJRV Williams for pointing me to the fact that even though the original mod maker has discontinued their work on it, they specified that they were not going to be doing much in the way of keeping it up to date, and certainly not updating it moving forward, and someone else has taken over the project. The disadvantage is that someone else, unfortunately, does not have the tags in it yet for some of the auto-updating systems to recognize it. So therefore, I want to thank CJ Everyone for pointing me in the correct direction to find the messages and the links to get the updated version. The only kicker is that one version difference, and then it functions in both, like in this world and my test world. Test world has the slightly older one and seems to have some behaviors that are working over there that appear to be broken on the server, but I'm not entirely sure if that's related to the mod itself having a problem or if it's something I've done. No problem. Enjoy your lurk, James, and yeah, if you do need to pick on out, that's fine too. Hopefully your day goes well. Thanks for coming by, James, and even though you were only able to stay predictable, fresh. Oh. Yes. It's 5:30, so, you know, no matter which server you're on, sometime during this wonderful stream weekend, you're going to get booted and or see streamers getting booted, and it's just, well, the nature of the fact that we are actually, you know, it's got to happen at some point. You wouldn't want things to get worse through the day and have the more streams you watch and the more people streaming from the server over the course of the day, the worse lag gets. That would just be suboptimal. Okay, so you really have geek out in my books, do you? 2 weapons that appear in the game Clue. Are you kidding me? Sorry, that seems simple, but I mean, everybody knows the lead pipe and the wrench and the candlestick. And then we've got lead pipe, wrench, candlestick, rope. There's 2 more. What am I missing? Oh, the knife and the revolver. Thank you. Perfect. Exactly. Oddly enough, for those of you that are familiar with the Magic the Gathering card game, they had a version where they riffed off of Clue, and they actually have like all of the 6 standard Clue weapons in the game. They've made Magic the Gathering cards for them, which is really kind of weird because they changed just about everything else about it. It was a rather horrible expansion set. But anyways, Clue is funny. Clue is awesome. I love the game. Someday I might get myself a Harry Potter themed Clue, but it's really not high on my priority because I like the original, and I did not, from what I've been finding research-wise, see much in the later, like or in the Harry Potter Clue, that I really liked. Well, I mean, you can't, in the movie Clue, you can't lose when you've got some of those actors and actresses. I mean, like, anytime I'm gonna see Tim Curry and Bernadette Peters in the same movie, hands down, I am watching it. I don't think I have Mahaku. I've got a few Harry Potter themed games, but not many. I've got Battle at Hogwarts, and I've got, we've got Chess and Trivial Pursuit and those sorts of pretty basic ones. But I think, what's the other one I've got? It's one of the ones that came out while the books were still being written before the movies, so it's kind of a weird one. I think it's Sorcerer's... Yeah, I think it's the Sorcerer's Stone one, except they didn't call it that. It wasn't Philosopher's Stone either, it was something else. So, anyhow, I couldn't remember. But that's the way things go. There we go. But I would like to see... Night at Hogwarts sounds good. The other one that I think is kind of fun is... I've played the Harry Potter Codenames game, which is really it's the classic, sticker on your back kind of thing. At least the way we played it was. And it's fun when you're playing that with people who don't actually know a whole lot of the in and out details of the game. So trying to give clues to people who've got no idea, if they're not one of the major, I'd say about 7, maybe 8 characters at the outside, they're not going to get it. You can be as blunt as you like, and they're not going to get it. Which is kind of amusing. I was trying to explain, I think it was one of the Patil sisters, was whoever this person had on their shirt at the time. And unfortunately, they thought I was talking about Luna Lovegood. So obviously I described it really badly. Well, now you've got me, Mahaku. As soon as the word mystery gets in there, it's going to be on my birthday list at some point. Or Christmas list or something like that. It's the way it goes when you have me around. Okay. So I can do more of these till I run out. But I can't do this next section of it because I've got nothing to put it up against. I also have to be careful about, A, what time it is. Duly noted. Note to self. Yeah. It's funny, actually. I've thought about, as far as, we have a lot of smart home stuff in our house. And there's a lot of things I say, hey, remember this or remember that. Just trying to remember things. And there's a lot of things that I keep thinking, I really should just set up a shortcut on my phone's Siri to remind me of things. Not just add it to the reminders, but things like adding a reminder to people to ask it to do whatever. Okay, that's a bad place for the ads label. Sorry, guys. You're not going to find it very well if I do that. Where's a better place for that? Alerts. Ads manager. Aha! I have an idea. Where is... Death. Death. Let's move the death label. If all those fails, we're just going to slide this death label. This one. And... that one. I think. The counter, that's the label. Okay, let's move them all left. There we go. Close enough, right? And then what we're going to do is I'm going to move the ad thing. Nope, not that. Just grab it. And guesstimate this time around because I don't actually have the ads bad things showing at the moment, so we're going to see how badly that looks when next round of ads come up in about 25 minutes. All right. You forgot to refresh to be real. That's okay. Mike is always real. You know? He's not a figment of my imagination. At least, I hope not. What did I do with... Oh, I put some this way. 1, 2, 3. Random junk, you can go away. Alright. This is... I know what I didn't turn on. Haha, that would make sense. Okay. Overlays. I want the... What am I looking at? Info HUD. Is that the one? No. I think, maybe. Is that the one that does the... What am I looking at? Yes. Yeah, that's better. Oh. Let's take... Yeah, I don't remember the render overlay key is. Rather than to look at it, info HUD when needed. All right. Oh, yeah. That schematic thing is in a bad spot for me. Escape mods. Why do I have that? An FPS rendering thing that's being really silly. FPS changed. Oh, there we go. Done. Okay. Now I can see what I'm looking at. So this is magenta terracotta. Okay, I'm not carrying that. What's this? Am I carrying this? Red. No, it's all terracottas. Okay, I'm not carrying that. So I'm gonna have it. Yes, I know. We're gonna complain about it for a moment. Because I'm going to use that to be able to put the stems down against, and then we can get them out of here. Hello, you please, thank you. That'll work. All right. This is way chill music. I like the playlist, but it's got some moments. What happened there? All right. So, that sounds like a game that needs to be on my list at one point. And I do play, almost as a game, I do play Would You Rather. We've done that on stream, actually. We've done the Would You Rather Harry Potter edition. It's good, but I mean, it's the kind of thing that works well as a card game. It's not necessarily as great on stream, although... it could be. It could be. What is this? This is that. Oh. Speaking of which, what do we have? Yeah, you asked for a super fight. All right. Let's hope I have this lined up well. We'll find out. So, super fight is new. It says box. Okay. I can get this. I was using my Lego cam for it, so crossing my fingers that it comes out all right. There is... I have no idea where I put it. Oh? No. Okay. Well, we'll just see what it does. I have the overhead cam. I do. Live. I can't even seem to think today. Live. Games overhead cam clone. Look. It's not pointing at the right thing. It's pointing at my messy desk. Alright. Red? Red? Yes, there we go. Okay, close enough. We'll deal with this for a moment. And Logi cam needs to come back, but we'll fix it for later. Alright, so suffice to say, the way this Super Fight works, I have a game in front of me actually called Super Fight. And we pull 2 sets of characters out of this, and then we set up a quick poll, which can last for a while. Platforms, polls. I'm going to add. So today's Super Fight will be between. We have ourselves a spell. There we go. Better. Okay. So we have ourselves a hunchback. Screen right. I will let you actually have candy. Wrong way. Okay, well, it is what it is. That's fine. We're gonna let it block things. This is what happens when I don't have it planned. Oh. Okay. Boom. That's close enough. So we got ourselves a hunchback. Alright. Versus, I'm switching this next card out because it was political, so I don't want to have a political one. Versus, oh, okay. Versus the Mario Brothers. Okay. I know it's blocking the geek out. Don't worry, we'll change that later. But there's a kicker to it. So the hunchback is apparently riding a hoverboard, while the Mario Brothers are having a really good hair day. And the hunchback apparently can control machines, while the Mario Brothers... Oh! Okay, this is one of those funky ones. So this one says the Mario Brothers are riding a blank, draw a character from the deck. So they are riding a... another white card. A Spartan. So, yeah. So the question is, in your super fight, you can do it as a poll, but I'm also curious what people's opinions. Hunchback versus the Mario Brothers. Add. And we will let this go for... let's go for 10 minutes, I think. I'm very, very itchy again. I must be streaming. Okay. So, in the current poll, so it's the Hunchback versus the Mario Brothers. Who do you think would win if they were to go head to head? And the other question is chat-wise, why? I guess it's technically a 1v3, but it doesn't say anything about the Spartan being able to actually do things other than just have the Mario Brothers riding around on its back. So definitely a very different one. My friend's like, bros win, 3-on-1. Alright. This has got error to it because it's the wrong one on purpose. Go. Now I've got the full width to work with on the stems. Just depends where this fight's going on. Okay. Let's see. There is no, like, preset deck of cards for choosing locales. The instructions actually have said that you can pick anywhere you like. You know, it could be just like a big desert island or an arena or something. But I'm gonna say, let's pick it up. Okay, let's go with Staten Island. So, Staten Island in New York, I believe. Now, I mean, I'm not going to be picky about whether it's, like, New York City proper or whether we're talking Manhattan. But, you know. So, yeah, if we're destroying parts of New York, then, yeah. Who would win? Oh, this one? What am I looking at? Why is it wrong? Oh, I got that direction messed up, didn't I? That one I got turned 90 degrees somehow. Okay. This one, I go like that. Nope, that doesn't count either. Unless, if that's what I think it is, then I may have found... Yep, that is what I think it is. Fight is on Cyberton. Hunchback wins. Cyberton. Cybertron, sorry. The Hunchback would still win. Staten Island plumbers. Whoa! Cool. Yeah, the plumbers would totally win. in that case, but they would get chased around by what, the chewing gum street cleaners? Oh, for... Ain't got time for that. Thank you. Okay, so this one is a weird block, and I've got one of them. Which one? Oh, there. No, striped. Striped, striped. Light gray, black wool, white terracotta. Where did it go? I know I have the right thing in there somewhere, but this is probably the one lonely hyphae I couldn't find. Okay, so this one... Does the Spartan make the Yoshi noise? Good question. Good question. I have no idea. I guess if it did, it might make a difference. So we've got that. Should make this go away, right? Yes. The only one on the entire map that I didn't catch when I was converting them to stems. Okay. Yeah, so that's how the super fight works. Is that we have the battle between the two. And it's not a redeem... Sorry, it's not a, what's the word? Prediction for points or anything, because there's nothing to predict. We don't have a way of testing, it's just the way the game goes. Quite literally, when one plays it as an offline game, there are oddly complex rules in how it's going to have the cards selected. I haven't worried about that, and I've just manually pulled them. Whereas, in the past I could, or not past, in the future I could actually riff a little bit off of the auto pulls we have for Geek Out, or for the Family Edition of Cards Against Humanity. Where's the pull? And then let that dictate where things are coming from. That's a possibility. You know, that could make sense, actually. Thinking about that in advance might have been nice, though. So it is notable that it's just a Spartan rather than a Spartan warrior. It's going to be one of the most feared warriors of the ancient world, or Raggedy Old Plumber from Sparta. Sparta! I don't know. It's a good question. Right. Raggedy Old Plumber from Sparta. Right, the notion of Mario Brothers riding on the backs of other plumbers is somewhat amusing. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, yeah, it could be the equivalency of the, you know, the 102-year-old Spartan. So, I don't know. I mean, it could be also the equivalent of, like, the ball boy in terms of baseball. You know, the helper who really, really wants to be useful, but it has no hope of doing so. This is Staten Island! Love it. I'm Spartio. This is my brother Spurweegi. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the other question, of course, one could say is when? As in, what time period? I don't think we're too fussed about that. It's all hypothetical anyways. All fantastical, too. I'm surprised nobody that directly asked the bot what the bot thinks. I don't really care what Osmond thinks in that respect, but it's just kind of something that made me wonder. Otherwise they get nosy anyway. We are Mario. We are Mario. I love it. So if it's... So if the Mario Brothers are not, Royal Watchers, I guess you could say, then does that make him... oh, I just lost that train of thought. Yeah. So instead of the Royal We, would it be the Plumbing We? Which just doesn't come out sounding right in the slightest, even though we're spelling it as in, you know, you, me, they, we, our. This is our turf, buddy. We got the pizzas and you just got the crooked back. Now, on the other hand, if it was like Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame or something, I'd be tempted to give him credit just for chutzpah. Because That guy was quite willing to take some risks just to be able to experience life. You could say that the Mario Brothers seem to have had a bit of a charmed life, you know? They spend all that effort going to rescue princesses who actually care that they exist. Can't think of too many situations where that would be a thing. You bust your back at getting everything fixed up, right? And next thing you know, the person you're trying to help out just decides that, yeah, you don't really rate. Which is kind of frustrating in that case. Okay. That there. This one go right. And how about this one? Okay, so I just got my angles all messed up, that's all. Nothing exciting. Whoa! Yay! And that's the crimson stuff. We're looking at. I almost didn't leave myself a spot to pick up the box. Where did I put the box? Reach logs? Why am I... Oh. Look at something else, and I'm wondering why on earth that wasn't the thing. Needed up here. There. Here's the other thing. You know, I have a brother and stuff, and never really occurred to me, but for those guys who have brothers, would you be annoyed if... I think that's incorrect. Would you be annoyed if the partnership of you and your brother was named after your brother, not you? I mean, I think Luigi got the short end of that stick up by a huge margin. You know? It's the Mario Brothers. It's not whatever their last name could have been. Like, we're not talking, you know, the Russell Brothers or something like that, because your last name is Russell. No, it's the Mario Brothers. And I mean, if that's on point, so then does that mean that Mario's name would really be Mario? And then Luigi's name would be like Luigi Mario? If that's the case, it's really confusing. I mean, we do know someone whose name is the same first and last. And not just because they legally require a first and last name on paperwork, but this particular person has decided that they're... How are we going to spell this? Decided that they don't really need a second name. They decided they don't want another name. But because they need one, then they just decided, well, their last name is fine, they'll just reuse that. They became the same thing twice. Well, a nickname version of the same thing twice. And I just... Sure, why not? Looks like the plumbers won, indeed. So the ending result was the Mario Brothers. 3 votes for the Mario Brothers, and not a single one for the Hunchback. Alright, so I'm going to hide the Super Fight. Where did I... It is. Let me rename that, because it was just, when I put it together, it was temporary. Super Fight. There we go. Now I can manually hide that. I know what it is! Yay! Major. Exactly! Well, actually, I do legit happen to know a doctor. What is this? This is concrete. Red concrete. No, I don't care. What is... Okay, more stems. I need more stems, but I left the box. Geek Out has rolled, now that we can see it again. Miscellaneous, name 3 films based on comic books. Oh, come on. Usually when these Geek Outs happen, the instructions do specify that we're really only allowed to use 1 per franchise. So that means if you go to pick something from the MCU, then that counts as your franchise. Take a bunch more. No, not that. Ones that match, please. Thank you. Probably don't need that much black wool or black terracotta all at once. Let's drop 1 stack. And grab some more stems, because we're going to need the stems. That's fine. I'll figure it out when I get there. Because I now don't have space for it. Yay! I noticed that it can read the materials thing can read the item from inside a shulker box, but it can't read double layered. So if I put the shulker box in my ender chest, for example, or then I can't get it read from in there. Carrying a bed, okay. So then I can, for the time being, we'll just sleep on the design, sure. You know, don't they say just sleep on it overnight? Avengers, Batman, and Dick Tracy. Woo, that was fast. Alright. Peek out. Batman, Iron Man, and the Great... I'll give you points for trying, but that was weird. Perfect mix for geeky discussion. Oh boy. Let's roll this one. Disney live action again. One live action title in which there's an animal sidekick. Wow. Depending on your definition of sidekick, that could be quite a number of them. I mean, you know, to some extent, name an animal movie. And you got it covered. Did I get... Oh, I got the shoulders. Okay, good. This is Paul's shoulder. Yay! I'm being careful. Careful. Yeah, there we go. Careful about going too much to the west there, because we actually have a ravine underneath some of this stuff, and I'm not particularly inclined to go mucking around with filling in ravines any sooner than I absolutely have to. I do not like them, Sam, I am. But I also don't like holes in the ground, minor ones, so I have to get rid of it anyways. Let's grab a couple blocks from here. A couple, I said. Oh, haha. Game knew better than me. Come here. There, okay. Less trip zone. How did it... Oh. We had... And pretty much any princess film. Exactly. Guardians and the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy? I think, maybe? Wow. Yeah, Rocket would be offended, but I wouldn't. I think that's amusing. I love it. You're right. Just about any Disney princess film. I mean, I guess most recent you could probably include in that the Little Mermaid franchise. Boy, Little Mermaid live action film. You know, Sebastian was definitely not humanoid, I guess.
Oh, hello there.
Hey Dizzle, how you doing? I'm on the Java server. Many people call it DC Perks. I still like calling it the Java server or the coffee server, because, I don't know, I'm old like that, I guess. And I never really liked Friends, which sounds random, but yeah. The joke worked one layer, but I didn't think it worked 2 layer. That's just me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm on the Java server. We are using Lightmatica to do a picture of the Beatles, as you can see in the bottom corner. Though those 2 elements are not related to one another, because I don't have a camera account, so you're not seeing it come out in full color at the same rate as I'm placing things. Well, now I'm just confused. Best rain... Oh. They are, but I'd ask you to read the question again, Fox. Because unless there's something I don't know about Disney's filming habits, you're probably a little bit ahead of your time. I mean, hey, I have said that you do come from the future sometimes, but that's a little much. I have seen... I've seen live action versions of Reindeers Are Better Than People. One of my scout leaders did one, and I have video to prove it. He lost a bet with his daughter. Well, yes. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think it was his daughter, but he lost a bet because he could do this song. It was a bit of a joke. And we were doing, during the tail end of COVID, we were doing Zoom fake campfires with pre-recorded videos. So he did Reindeers Are Better Than People. And the guy really does kind of sound like it. It works well. He's goofy like that. But the deal was that if he did do that pre-recorded, then once it aired, his daughter had agreed that she was going to live on air rap part of Hamilton. And she backed out by playing a pre-recorded video by somebody else in the group for their piece instead. So basically, she got him good by backing out on him. And she's never had to pay up, so I love it. So yeah. Yes, you can, yes, I guess if Broadway counts, you're right there. Although my exception to that, and I will say the one that I would say Broadway that does not count, is The Lion King, because that one was purposely done with puppeteers. So really the characters you're watching are not exactly live action, per se. Yes, so Litematica does not work in Bedrock, but they've the original, I don't know, whatever it's called, but they do have a version that uses schematics like this that are triggered by an armor stand. So it has to do with how you can place armor stands. I've never got the hang of it in Bedrock, but that's just because I'm less experienced with Bedrock. I do know other people in this community have used it, so there's probably one or more that you could probably ask about that. I think CJBot has been fairly helpful with some people getting those pieces to work. Yeah, Structura. Structura. It's Structura, I think. Yeah, by Raven Mad Hatter. Yeah, I was going to use it on a solo Bedrock world to do some of the builds I was trying to do. But my brain just did not want to brain the elements about creating the structure for that. It's a little different than the Litematic one. And so I did. But it's definitely useful. I know Maribel Jade uses it a fair bit as well. And Jen's used it for building dragons as well. She usually, from what I understand, for some of her smaller builds, she often will organically build them, then turn them into structure patterns and move them into the server world. Like to organically build them in creative and then do that. For dragons, I've yet to see her do the creative side of it, so I don't know. But it's definitely a very, very helpful tool. Yep. So this is, you don't miss out on this. I don't know what perks or features are or are not available in Structura versus Litematica. Once upon a time, they were fairly within the abilities of what's available. They were fairly feature parity. Yeah. Parity, not Perody. Although sometimes it feels like it. They were at one point in sync, which unfortunately is not the case any longer, which is part of why I can't answer that question. Where did I put? No. This one? No. That one. There we go. I'm moving the one that has the random stuff in it so that I can not just sort, but also make sure that I don't have one's just becoming random junk to have that one end up in my hand. Not very useful. So huge thanks and super major verbal shout out to Mama Bear for all her help setting this up and doing a lot of the Crimson work. Because I went around Thursday gathering a lot of supplies on stream and got the notification. She says, yeah, I'm helping out with the Crimson Stems. And there was something else she did at the time too. And I was very, very thankful because I have one Crimson Stem tree. So you get like, you know, anywhere between about 4 and I think I've had about 9 blocks out of it. So when we need over 2,000, I didn't have the facilities to do that on site here. Back to the grindstone. Wow! I do have other colors and other things, and we can always do... Oops. We can always do some of the flattening out and dealing with the ravine. That's not a problem. You would not have been too impressed, Mama Bear, when I was fixing, quote-unquote, fixing this off-stream to try and get some of the weird color patterns we had out of it. We had some really strange ones that did not look like the reference photo. I was trying to fix those, and I made a boo-boo with a replace all that was meant to it was meant to replace some of the Hi-Fi we had, except I did the other opposite direction. So as you guys are probably aware, when you do I can't remember the words. When you do the Litematic layouts, I guess is probably the best way of putting it. Sorry, no, when you go to make a log, I want to call it a log. It's not the word. What's the word I'm looking for? Won't show in here. Spell. Okay, these things. The wood. I don't know why they call it that, but wood, as opposed to Hi-Fi. When you're doing the wood things, it takes multiple wood to make it happen, right? So if I grab one with not a strip, thank you, come on, there we go. So it takes multiple wood to do it. When I did a replace all, rather than converting these things into those to make, so we only needed 1/4 the amount of stuff, no, I accidentally did a replace all and got these. For not only all of this section, but also all of this bit. I don't know how that worked. I don't know how I did that, but this, I did a mistake and I grabbed the wrong piece and I wanted to strip one of these just by itself to test. And instead I got like the stripped version that had, yeah. So anyway, it was going to take 4 times as much material and I was like, no, we're not doing that. That's just dumb. But... oh, I forgot to do the thing. The thing. Okay. So, it's a good thing we slept, because I don't like that guy. Never have, never will. We're going to take a minor pause here. Ooh, lovely. Apparently we have 2 of them. And I will have to figure out... oh, it's part of his tie. Look at this in the mini-map going, what the Hades is that? But it's part of his tie. And it's weirding me out. So let me just cut this off, and then I will definitely do the thing. Do the thing. So Fantastic Sherlock Fox has given us some supplies that we can use on stream. So we're... I don't know why it's weirdly blue. Or red, or whatever it is on camera. I don't know. There. For now. So what we're going to do is take a quick page out of other people's things and do the stuff. So you guys get to see room reveal. Let's do it on the chat screen. That's a little bit easier because then I don't have to worry about cameras. All right. So, yeah, we have Lego in the back. Can you tell? I like a little Lego. We have a quick Lego break. These look very familiar. And I have 2 of them, so I'm going to do one approximately every hour. So here, and then in about 45 minutes, we'll do the other one. We have a few of these characters already, so they may need to get, we have repeats. Post here, what are we posting? Oh! Yeah, go right ahead, Neon, you've got the rights to do so. So yeah, if you want to do the structural link, go for it. These being as we were actually, I put in the ones for Litematica last week, I guess, so we can might as well do this. Okay, so that's the playlist for, I think it's the how-to structure videos from Mad Hatter, if I remember correctly. Haha, lots and lots of thank yous. I think that's related to the Mama Bear love in a positive way. Okay, so we've opened her up. You have got... I was going to use the Lego table thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, I just moved it. Do we have... oh, in the chat window. There we go. Let's add... you can do this. Had a thing. Where did I see that clone? Clone source, no. What am I looking for? There it is. Clone source is actually called source clone. Gee, no wonder why. Okay, this one. Zoomed overhead cam? Sure. We'll call it that. Why not? Ew. Well, desk reveal. Sure, why not? So this is what we've been using for the super fight space. And we have got Lego, and looks like we've got ourselves, sorry for the red. It rolled away. One of these little dudes with the hair. I'm just gonna turn on a light. Wow, it's glaringly obvious. That'll work. It'll glare some up. Whoa, that's worse. Okay, never mind. Aha. That should not reflect. That'll do. Okay, I wasn't blocking logos. I'm just trying to kill some of the light. So we have ourselves the little thing. What should we call him? With the head guy. Yeah, Lady of Pain. We have an army of them. This now makes one Lady of Pain for everybody in our immediate household. I got a Mel. Wow. See, if it was truly a Mel, it would come with a little battery operated ability to spin your head round in circles. Right? You could just do this sort of thing. Woo. All right. So we have ourselves another Lady of Pain. Yeehaw. I will admit, I do like the little... You guys used to be doing this. Whoop! Oh, camera's not there. Over here. So I like these little, whatever they are, pre-printed things. Mountain deal. And I'm not going to put those in the hand at the moment just because they fall off when I touch them. Alright, so we have ourselves Lady of Pain. Yay! We have one more to do next hour. Hopefully we will, something a little bit different. If I had my druthers, to be honest, the one I'm looking forward to, I would like to get this one. Again, I've got one of these, it's nice, I like it. The other one I'd like to get is... which one? I like the druid guy, that's the one I'd like to get. That'd be cool. And oddly, I'm liking a lot of the ones that have helmets on, like the Dragonborn guy is pretty awesome. And clearly, I haven't got one of these yet in the bottom right corner, the witch. I could use an army of those, because you know they'd all get lost on my Harry Potter shelf. You know? I could populate an entire, say, leaky cauldron with them. Alright. So let's get back at it. How I ended up in that chat screen, I do not know. Because that chat screen doesn't normally have these. Usually it does this. Oh, right. That, Zoom chat screen is apparently my Lego cam. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to the live. Wizard Winnie, I guess? I'm horrible with names, so somebody's gonna have to tell me at some point. Alright, Itchy Nose. Always Itchy Nose. Tried 2 different apps and neither of them scanned properly up here. Yeah, it's funny actually, because I was hearing that when we were in the shop. We bought something else, but we were actually in the shop, and we had, there were a bunch of people scanning these things before, well, the poor staffer was standing there knowing exactly what's going on. And and a bunch of them were saying the same thing, that it just was not scanning correctly for them. I forgot to put the cape on, but we can do that later. All right. Yeah, I don't know which one it was. I thought about getting the info, but then I decided that was... At the time, my son was very much against the scanning of everything, and I assumed, by extension of similarity to the personality, that Fantastic Sherlock Fox would be as well. Which he's not, and I'm relieved, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't a thing. Well, then we should find the one that you guys are using, because, I believe you guys are on the iPhones. I was just about to call it the Jeebus phone, but I haven't really needed to call it that since I worked IT many years ago. Big Chase one. Which one's that? What is this I'm looking at? This is gray. Gray terracotta, okay. Gray. This is black. Oh, I do have some of that somewhere. Do I? Yeah. Okay, I've got black. Black here. This. Black and black wool. Yeah, sometimes life does not necessarily give you anything but lemons. On occasion. Was gray, right? There. This is gray. What color is this? This is blue. Oh, okay. So we're going, basically, I'm just going to give you a quick flight. So we've got that side of his jacket done, aside from like up at the top there. So I'm going back down. We can't do the lower part of the pants, but I'm going to move over and start doing the border section between the two and work on the bottom of Ringo's hand. Because we're already... Is it seriously? An hour 16 minutes in. Wow. Time flies. I mean, I've never had these things work out quite right, but yeah. Time flies like this when I'm having fun. Magenta terracotta. Oh. Uh-huh. Of course it would be. We're gonna have one of those moments where you have to have every color under the sun. Yes, I know it's the wrong spot. Magenta. There's only 2 clay and 8 stone, so I'm not gonna worry about that. This is red, magenta, red, yellow, purple, of course. Okay, and this is gray. Magenta. None of these colors. Alrighty. There. Red, purple, yellow. Take off these. And what I see, light blue, I think, was the color I was looking at earlier. Ah! Well, I'm anywhere but where I want to be at the moment. Woohoo! 2 fictional plants. I want to say Seymour, but that's not possible. That's not the name we need. Not the name we're looking for. Rotten flesh, wheat seeds. Okay, that can just get out of my inventory because it's just trouble. This one. This is... That's the logs and stuff, isn't it? Light gray. Okay, and I don't remember what the other one was. Do not remember. Okay, let's put this one away. Odd song. Okay,
Hello there.
hello there. How are you doing? Audrey, thank you. Perfect. And welcome on in, by the way. I appreciate it very much. This one, that. What? Hi? What is this? Not pack mud. Orange. Oh! It was orange. Whoops. Orange, not yellow. Do I have enough? Nope. Guess it's gonna sit there for a while. That's okay. Red. Purple. Gray. What's this? Gray? Did I? No? Thought I had gray terracotta, didn't I? There we go. Hello. Thank you. Light gray. Oh. That wasn't here. Nope, that was the one. Bacta from Star Wars? There you go. Yes? Sorry, it's the way Mike described it. Like, that's not meant to say, oh, pop quiz! We could, but that's just cruel. Cruel and normal punishment. And that's in... That's in any box but this one. Where did I put that one? Black? No. Not in the black wool box. Not in the white terracotta box. Unless it moved. Nope. It's not in this one. Oh, I lied. There we go. Well, okay, it's not complaining. Okay, let's go with that. And then... Oh, I missed! The screaming plant, as you put it, that is a mandrake. Which, mandrakes are so much fun. Sarcasm intended. Very, very noisy, but I have a very lovely t-shirt that I need to wash up again, because I want to wear it more. But it... Oh. Okay. Guess I have every box except the one I wanted. Black wool. 1, 2... 1, 2... 3. Now I've got some each. Okay. Came back here for something. Go. Uh-oh. What kind of log was it? Ooey. So I have a lovely t-shirt of mandrakes that I need to get cleaned up. And this is dark. And so so I can wear it again. I'm still at that weird stage where I am ignoring and or putting off laundry far longer than I should. I'm not wearing dirty things, so no. I'm not gross and disgusting that way. But we still have the water restrictions officially in our neck of the woods. So being as I decided that I had a really long shower this week and that there were some other laundry loads that had to go in, I decided not to fight it and just let the laundry sit for a little bit longer. And then I realized this morning I was out of my favorite socks. Got lucky. Managed to find a pair I liked, but yeah, it was just one of those days where you can't seem to find what you want when you want it. Okay, so this part's messy. Did I get all that? Multitasking, watching me, watching football, drinking a hot cranberry apple cider. Ooh. And figuring out how to crochet tiny woodland creatures for baby shower. Ooh. Wow. You are far more talented in the crochet category than I am. By a major milestone. This one? Great. Wait. And this one I actually am carrying. Nope, not that one. This one. There we go. Alright. This part's always the slow bit because it's not just that I'm not carrying all the right pieces in the inventory, but that getting them in the right spots is a bit more of a challenge than sometimes I'd like it to be. This texture you see here, the spotty one, for those of you that are familiar, of course, it is the mushroom interior. I think that one's a red mushroom interior. Not entirely sure. What is this? Brown wool? Yeah, brown wool. Right? Yes. And those mushroom interiors were a pain in the backside to get it to work in here because they, the settings of the game were just being less than cooperative. Alright, do I have a bunch? Okay, I don't need to carry this. Let's go from white. Okay, tons of bedding loads and towels and such, and I'm really going to hit that thing hard when it comes to trying to get caught up on my laundry because I've got a camp coming up again at the first part of October, and I don't know if I'm going to be ready for it at that point. I'm not done with these, but I don't need to create quite so many around. And not quite so many of those. Swap. Organization. Thing. And I'm not very good at it. Alright. What do I need? Mushrooms. I was talking about mushrooms. It came from mushrooms. Not those mushrooms. Those have mushrooms? Me? Organized? No. Nope, that does not have mushrooms. Where is... I have a whole huge box of mushrooms. Where did I put the stinking mushrooms? They're there. Right under my nose. 3. I need more for his face. That's okay. Take the clothes out when it rains. I've done that at camp a few times. It's kind of silly, but I have done that, yes. Okay, did I bring brown wool? This one. I need to this time around, but I've done that at camp. We actually had to do that, yeah, just because people had some laundry mishaps in terms of someone else spilling on their laundry. Ooh, okay. What am I looking at here? This is... Really? Come on. Brown mushroom block. This way. Up is false. I get it. Okay. Then I take off this one, right? Okay. Stop complaining at me. 1, 2, 3. Oops, this one's not right. Oh, and that one's not right now. Crazy thing. It's going to keep complaining, and I just figured out why. Even though the top is right, it's going to keep complaining because the sides are going to be like this mushroom top thing in between the mushrooms, and it doesn't like that. And I could fix that if the game would let me, but it doesn't want to. If I did this, let's try that, this one, and we'll change these two. Okay. Oh, I don't have a stick. Darn it. I'm a waste of plan. Never mind. You can see what happens though as we've got this going on. It doesn't want to be that. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to tell it, stop telling me about errors in state. Error, highlight max positions. State. No. Status. Render layers. Visuals. State. Wrong state. There we go. Got it. Better. Better. I guess I should sleep now. Went to camp where we would wear a shirt from the day to the shower. Wash it first, then rinse, then wash us. Huh. Interesting. That's a different way of doing it. I hadn't thought about that before. I didn't bring the toolbox, so we can fight with this, or we can just fake it and go with it. I will probably between streams figure it out and fix it, just because it's going to bug me if I don't. But if that means I end up having to downgrade the mod, well, that's a whole different kettle of fish. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But if that's what it takes to make things work, then so be it. Geek Out Pop Culture Party TV. Name 2 daytime soap operas. Oh. I stream during the day, so I don't know about daytime soap operas. That's better. Looks like his pants. Alright. Now we need this one that I run myself out of. What is this? Grey wool. Okay. And think of 2 for Geek Out. Days of Our Lives and General Hospital? Sure. And, oh, never mind. Somebody's children. I can't remember what the thing was. Something's children. It's been so long since I've watched any daytime, much of anything. And it's not just the cutting cable. All My Children, that's the one. And As the World Turns. Perfect. You can tell I don't like soaps. Okay. Pop culture party music. 6 songs with the word love in the title. There's a big hint in the bottom left corner. Anybody else? It's apparently all you need is love. Lame. But it was fun. Ah, wrong one. Wherever you are, you're wrong. This one? What are you? That one. And this one should be brown. Oh, I've got 2 more mushrooms. Okay. This one and this one. That one might actually work out right. That one. It is a little confusing to do this mushroom thing with the brown mushrooms. I kind of wish I'd used the red, only in that it's a little more obvious from the surface. Love is in the air, and I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. Okay. So we've got 3 now. Anybody else? I'm still looking for titles. Oh, grab those. It's over. Oh. That's weird. I thought there is 1, 2, I guess. Can you feel the love tonight from The Lion King? Sure. Sure. Why not? So, are you gonna like me or not? Not that. Break. Break. I need love, love. Oh, Can't Hurry Love. That's what I'm thinking of. No, you can't hurry love. Oh, you just got to wait. Said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. I should have done that. Now I've got myself an earworm. Shame on me. I'm doing it to myself. Alright. I mean, you can't necessarily fault, Aretha Franklin and when you get this, or the Supremes, that works too. Blue terracotta. Okay, I'm not carrying that. This one, that one, this one, this. Clay! I found it. I bet you that's clay too. Alright. That one. That one. Purple looks really weird at the moment. It looks good when it's done, but sometimes. Uh-oh. That's because that's not what that is. Come on, clay. Or stuff. I guess I should have brought shears with me. That would have been sensible. Yeah, and this is blue. Right. I'm gonna make myself motion sick because I didn't plan on this, but that's okay. We've only got 25 minutes left of being motion sick. It's all good. This one. Can I hide? Excuse me. Take the clay because I know where they belong. And I'll throw that one back for now. Blue. Take the whole stack. Okay, there we go. So we're making some progress. That's different. Thank you. Let's just see what we did there. I can't spell. Thank you, Neon, for putting the sticker. I appreciate that. It's fun. It's just a little bit of silliness here and there, right? There we go. Now I have space. All right. What is this? Ah. I knew I'd do that. Thing about these is I can't always remember if they're solid or if they're not solid after I started running around on them.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You did, huh? Okay. So we're gonna make this one fairly quick because we've got places to be. Right? Right. Do I have... Oh, right. I was doing this polls. That's how I was doing that. Wrong way. This one. Add. Spell. So the thing is loading on the other screen. So I updated my computer, and it turns out the app I was using decided that it was going to load. What am I unpacking? I want to load the Kindle, thank you very much. Huh. Well, there we go. Apparently. Okay, so we have easy peasy. Would you rather have... Oops. My capitals are screwed up. I copy paste. Just do it that way. That would make sense, you know. There we go. Or we're gonna make this go for 5 minutes, I think. Because we've got a few people, not a ton. Add and create. Alright, so Would You Rather Harry Potter Edition is on screen. Long story made short, would you rather have class in Harry Potter style dungeon? Just, you know, have to specify that. Or would you rather have class in a tower? And personally, I'd stay a tower. Not because of the anything particularly untoward of dungeons aside from the proximity to Slytherins, although hey, you could be closer to the Badgers. That's not a problem. But I've got a screaming goat. Woo! Neon is totally up in there with all the stickers today. Love it. Love it. Like, where's this goat coming from? Oh, I know what I forgot to put on here. Oh well. One of those I'll fix it for another day kind of things is... how did I get turned around? Is I also have the ability set up on my end so that I get an overlay app that shows me the stickers on my screen. And I'm trying to remember what I did with them. There's Sticklevision. I forgot about the Sticklevision. I always forget something. You know? This. If I can get part of the hand done, that would help. Meetings on the 40th floor terrace aren't your fave? You're torn. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd like to have it... Badgers wouldn't be too close, or too bad to be close to, but I don't think I really want to be close to the snakes. Nothing wrong with the animal snakes, but the snake in the grass Slytherins are not my favorite crew. You might bump into a bunch of them if you had class in a dungeon. That said, you know, the fact in Harry Potter that because they don't have elevators, heaven knows why, aside from the technology part of it, but because they don't have
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
like, why is that on top of my screen? Neon? Everybody needs a hydrate because Neon says so. So grab your water, your pop, your bubbly, your sodas. If it's early enough, your coffees. Or if it's late enough, your coffee. And remember to stay hydrated. Alright. You're down with class in the old dungeon. Okay, let's see what else we got. A couple blue rolls. This one. Hello. I'll take a stack, please. Thank you. Is that what I was going for? I hope it's what I was going for. I don't remember. Oh, no, it was not what I was going for. It's helpful, but it's not what I'm looking for. This one. We have more high-fae places I can put these things. Oh, no. We will move those over here. I'll grab doing hands. So let's grab a lot of these. There we go. Because we are down to 15 minutes. We've been having, part of what threw me, for those of you that were here during the wonderful handover, from Poodle to me, we've been having situations over the last few months where enough people are having technology issues with the handovers and getting their end set up. What am I looking at? White. No? Oh, I'm holding it. That I just made a poor assumption that we weren't actually going to be doing handovers because I got them. Mine were fine, but other people's were not, so I just completely didn't worry about it and then found out otherwise last moment, so that was a little awkward. Well-aged 12-year-old Irish beverage. If you have milk that old, you really should throw it out by now. Don't forget to leave a few minutes open for another Lady of Pain. Yep, no, we will take care of that for sure and for certain. I mean, I know I'm horrible with time, so I will definitely make efforts on that front. But I will also say, you know, you could almost get away with doing a prediction on whether or not I'd forget. But now that I've said that, I will probably be unlikely to forget. It really confused me for a second when I was looking at this, this clay in the dark night in the game because it doesn't look the same color in the overlays or whatever thing. I just put that away, didn't I? Yay! Smart! Oh ho! Wait. Yeah, and I got turned around again. What the? Zaboomafoo. That's not right, because it's coming out the wrong color. And how did that end up being the right color? It shouldn't be that direction. Be this way. These are... what are these? One... There's a reason I'm only doing this in one layer. Okay, we're making some progress. He says, and she kind of knows otherwise. Okay. It's all blue. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so, I don't know about this. The winner, for curiosity's sake, on the classroom choices, would you rather? So we have one voter that says they'd be interested in having class in a dungeon, and 3 said they would rather have class in a tower. I mean, one of the drawbacks to having it in a tower, which was my personal vote, one of the drawbacks to that would be that in Harry Potter world, because they don't have elevators, it'd be a long way up, but also that they seem to, at least in some of the movie depictions and in the some video games, towers have very spiral staircases, whereas the dungeons don't. And depending on how fast I went up the stairs, I'd probably get myself pretty turned around and a little dizzy. But that's just me. You know, when you read about the books or see the movies, none of the characters ever have issues with heights or getting motion sick from stuff. I mean, you would half expect that, you know, somebody would like be sick after they learned to ride on a broom or something, but that would just be an awkward level of realism to try and depict either in books or in movies, so I'm sort of glad that it wasn't done. Studentium Leviosa. Yeah. You wouldn't need a visit to the Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes shop if flying bothered you. Broom through the window, definitely. And over the edge. Well, that's actually the thing I've kind of wondered is once you've got your lessons, your flying lessons from Madam Hooch, enough that you would be allowed to play Quidditch or whatever, I've kind of wondered at that point whether or not students are actually allowed to enter and exit campus on brooms. Another one that's never really addressed is, without being on the Quidditch team, do they have broom lockup? I mean, like, a lot of schools in the real world have, bike racks for you to ride your bike to school and such. So I'm kind of curious if the Wizarding World would have their own version of something like that. But you never get the impression in either of the books or the movies that they did, so I don't know if that's just not a UK thing. I'm kind of curious. A broom closet, yeah. That'd be Filch's office. So I noticed that we're just about done on time. I noticed that that Wolfen has been working on the Dead Rock server, so the Bedrock side, has been working on a Hogwarts castle of sorts. And I noticed that Minx Nevada and a few others are working on portions of the Diagon Alley shopping thing, which works out well. I mean, I haven't been doing that in-game. Pardon me, Harry Potter's in-game. Partly because it's being done. Not being done, I mean, it has been done by others. Everybody's take is different. But, I had a thought, once upon a time, a train's trying to leave the station rather desperately. But where I'm going with this is to say that I am doing more, as always. More, as always, of the Harry Potter Lego, because I just like the stuff. And so I've rescued you guys from not having to deal with it today. I did Lego yesterday, and I'll be doing Lego on Monday. But I will not be doing Lego on stream today, which is probably a good thing. Because, distraction factor and all. But yeah, as you saw from the room earlier, this place has a lot of Harry Potter Lego, and until Lego stops, I won't. So yeah, for those of you that like that sort of thing, that is the sort of thing you will like, and it's around. But I did figure that had Poodle not been feeling well, and I'm very, very glad she did end up feeling better and could stream, because I really like watching her material. But I said, had she not been able to stream, I did have a backup plan of doing this for a couple of hours, and then switching over into Lego if we needed to. So, backup plans are always the thing. But my backup plan was actually to do Diagon Alley Lego, so it works. And we are just about... Really, I have one? Wow. Fine. Do this and place the one I've got because I've got it. Now let's see what else. Do I have anything in my inventory with this? This is black. Okay, I've got that. Put that down. Low. Thank you. This one is gray. I know it's weird, but I'm looking for spots that get stuff that I might have in my inventory rather than spending moments looking for the correct block. No, not blue. This one. Hello. Please place. Thank you. This one. These. I got that part. This random one. Did I just run out of black? Oh, I'm holding it in my hand. Ah! He says insanely. You're just about done. Yes. Fox is a very good keeper. I like him. I'm going to keep him. He's also very good at helping me sort out me. So, yeah. Been one of those days. It's good. It's very, very good. But, this afternoon, when I got the message that Poodle was sketchy at the time, I was trying to listen to the description of some other tech issues my kids were having with a different game. So I was just in 2 different places at once. And so when I got the message, it's like, oh, people saying, are you not listening to me? I really didn't want to say, no, I'm not. Because it just didn't feel right, but I wasn't listening. And then I felt guilty for it, which is a waste of people's time for me to feel guilty about things. But it happens. Okay, so anyway. I also came downstairs and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to prep before stream. I'm going to start doing these things and laying stuff out and yada yada yada. And I promptly went and got distracted with Nanoleaf lights. Okay, so let's get back to the boxes. We're 5 minutes towards the end. And I'm just going to hop inside. And then we'll do a big camera look, just so that way I can stop and do the Lego thing. And you guys can see the Lego piece before we figure out whether or not there's going to be any other hiding. But I want to back off enough that if it goes dark and we get zombies, I really don't want to have them harassing us. Okay, so you can see that we've got some of this starting to turn out already. I really did not think we would get done in 2 hours. Even with the paintbrush variety, I don't think we would have gotten done in 2 hours, but we've got a good solid start to it. And that's what I'm going to be working on in Minecraft this week, so the picture will be starting to come to life. Fox is a keeper, as is Mama Bear. She's not allowed to try and get herself fired. So yeah, this is a screen cap from the Yellow Submarine movie, which was interesting trying to get it to work, particularly on the faces up top. And George actually does have a different colored face, so the one that's like back in the hill here, you can't quite see. This is supposed to be John on the left here. George's head's back in here. Then we've got Ringo down there and Paul up here. They're decapitated at the moment, but yeah, their faces are different. So the color, this weird color for right next to Ringo's hand, let's just go down here, that we've got going on, that hand color is what all their faces are. But this mushroom thing that I've got going on right beside, that's actually going to be the color of George's face, because for some reason it's more tan than everybody else's. It was through the whole movie, and I don't understand why. You know, that's what they did. So, I'll leave it a quick shot on that one, and we'll just shut this down for distraction purposes. And let's grab that second minifigure box. Wherever I put it, there it is. Freeze it so that I can see what's going on. That screen, what did I want to add? Not that one. This one. This piece. Nope. Oh. Okay. We got ourselves a mess, but it'll do. Let's remove that. Nope. We're gonna go with it. Okay. Filters. Off. Alright. Close enough. So, let's open up this last box. You guys can see here. You've got the little guy. Maybe I'll make that just a smidge bigger so we can... There we go. You can see I'm kind of looking at it rather than me looking at me. So there's the box. And who do we have on the way in? I'm going to guess. Sounds kind of hollow. Let's go with... Let's say a Dragonborn, just for kicks. See what we've got. As you guys can see, I did not scan it, because I have no clue if we even own a scanner that works. And we have ourselves... Nope, I am totally wrong. We have ourselves a Tiefling. Fox, can you let me know which head the Tiefling upstairs already has? If you get a second. Just because one of the things I've been trying to do is if I end up with more than one of these guys, I'm trying to build it so that the characters have different head each time. Oh, duh! Okay, well that was kind of a waste for you guys. There. We have ourselves a Tiefling. So if you could let us know which head we've got on there, that would be appreciated. I'll just assemble this one. Oh, backwards.
Are we supposed to see something, Del?
Thanks, Poodle. I'm going to bounce that if I can. Let's see. This one. Nope. I'm unable to. Apologies for that. Because it skipped the thing. No, I don't think you were too slow, Poodle. I think the TTS monster was too slow. I'm working at going to redeem that one and put it in into the speaker bot, which is a little bit easier for me to control, and I can bounce points and stuff. I don't know why that one skipped, but it did. For this one has the lightning bolts thing, and it's got a little dragon. Cute. Oh, upside down and sideways. So, totally super cute little mini dragon. I love it. And then it's got just like electric bolts from their hand, and it's got the hair has little horns built right onto it. I think the previous one we have might have the more feminine head, but I'm not entirely sure. Feminine gal looks really darned cheesed. It's kind of difficult to show, but yeah, she's pretty upset. Big face with an M on the chin. That'll be a guy. Okay. We're gonna go with the feminine face then. And a cheesed off one. That'll work. So I'm gonna zoom that fairly close. And I hear we have someone hanging out. So we're gonna do a pat hand off and just one shake here. There we go. Whoa. They're not even looking at the camera. Haha. Here we go. See, nothing ever wants to... There we go. And then they've got cute dragon and the weapon, and that's that. They gave him a tail too, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't remember playing tieflings or ever having played with someone playing a tiefling, so that's a neat one, neat new one. At least new to me. Monkey was in chat but not live yet. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Monkey knows better. I mean, he's receiving from me, so honestly. Okay, this one. I mean, it can hold the dragon. I'm gonna go with that. And then a little stand. Here we go. We got the tiefling, and then we got the Lady of Pain. Alright. So that said, I'm just going to switch to... Where am I here? This one? And that one off. Alright, so let me just see if I've got Stream Weekend in here. There we are, we do. So the remainder of your stream weekend... Oops, I got the wrong one. That's going to be interesting. Schedule. Where is the schedule? Stream weekend, stream weekend. I have the full schedule, but that's not what I'm looking for. Oh well, we'll use it anyways. There we go. So, we're near the bottom on the left-hand side. It says to be determined. Our find to be determined, as you may have picked up on so far, is the absolutely wonderful Swanky Potato. The best potato on the planet? Well, not necessarily. Other than the bacon-covered brotato, then we have lovely sets of potatoes. But Swanky was not sure whether or not they were able to stream, which is why they didn't... which was... There we go. Which is why they didn't... I can't remember the word. Anyway. Oh yeah, why they didn't initially sign up. Because there was a tater tot involved, and we need to make sure that was not a problem. But definitely do check them.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks. All right, so I know I'm being heard. Let me swap over to the Discord one and get this handover for you.
Same. That's actually my stream title. Plans? We don't do that around here. How are you doing? Spoiler, he was not. Anything cooler than that? Thanks, Delenn. Have a good one.
You heard the man. It is time, and he says it's not cooler.
Hello.
I completely, utterly forgot.
Hello, happy day.
It was a happy day. I completely and utterly forgot that my main mic has to stay live when I go onto Discord, that it doesn't pick up the Discord one too. And so, yeah. You know, Delenn boo-booed, as usual. In the meantime, I hope everybody had a half-decent time. We shall see you over on the Swanky side, and we can get that raid of raids started. So, let's press the magic buttons, and hope the magic buttons actually work. Because, you know, I'm just too lazy to type the name Swanky Potato today. So thank you everybody that came on through. I hope everybody has a fantastic great weekend. Do keep in mind that things are non-stop around here, so you guys will be not seeing any breaks overnight. So if you happen to be a late night person, just do keep that in mind. And yeah, let's go. Button, please. Thank you.
Mischief managed.
Incoming!
Transfer complete.